bright. And I want to talk about the reality of life. A lot of people have been leaving comments about how they got fired. And I just want to say now, shout out to everybody with kids. You feel me? Triple salute, men, women, triple salute. But I just want to say that if you are a man and you don't have any kids, listen, you don't have any reason to stress. I'm making this video because on this journey, when it's all said and done, 9 out of 10, a lot of you guys are outside your comfort zone. And I'm going to say this again. On this journey, I don't roll up my sleeves, I roll up my tank top. FLS, we in the building, let's go. On this journey, you guys have to understand that when you outside your comfort zone, listen, nothing is really going to feel comfy because you're outside your comfort zone. But you guys have to understand, if you move to a new city, if you move to Houston, shout out to Houston, and things happen in Houston, we got a problem. When it's all said and done, you guys have to understand, if you don't have kids, you're free. This is why I think it's very important, and I always said, listen, keep a clean criminal record. Whatever you do, keep a clean criminal record. Hip hop one day is going to die out. And what I mean, it's going to die out. It's going to die out. It's already dying out. When it's all said and done now, you know what I mean? They got, what, female rappers with 8 kids still dropping tracks. It's so, what is it? When it's all said and done, it's going to die out. But until it dies out, you guys have to understand that it's promoting overnight success. You feel me? And I can't help, you feel me, how I look, you feel me? But in the Matrix, people that look like me, they are sold overnight success. They're sold overnight success. You gotta think about it. It don't matter how many times you went to the studio. It don't matter how many local shows you did. Your life really is supposed to start when some A&R comes and meets you and gives you a 360 deal that you're trapped for 12 years and everybody in your clique get a 3-letter chain. That's what's being sold to people as now they made it. So a lot of people, trust and believe, that overnight success is sold to you. Especially if you look like me, we gonna leave it at that. It's really sold to you. You feel me? Like, they present to you the black youngsters of the world. You feel me? We just gonna pick one random person that we never heard from again. You feel me? But when it's all said and done, they're gonna show you black youngster on a jet. Black youngster signing a 360 deal, he's signing his life away. So when it's all said and done, you are sold that signing your life away is cool. You are sold that the short term is cool. Even if it's on a private jet, it doesn't matter. You're sold that this is cool, gang, gang. And a lot of people don't understand. You got single men out here depressed. Now, let me tell you guys something. Like I said, when you outside your comfort zone, it's not gonna feel comfy. That's why in life, they call things their comfort zone. Listen, I'm from a small town. Shout out to Aberdeen, Maryland. I'm from a small town. I grew up on a small military base, population of 2,500 people. So I'm from a small town where people never left that town. And I'm not judging, but what I'm saying is that's their comfort zone. I'm from a small town where everybody knows everybody. And not only that, everybody cool with everybody. Everybody kids gonna grow up with everybody kids. I was talking to one of my, you feel me, right-hand man from 8th grade. You feel me? He's talking about a woman that he dated, you feel me? Her daughter is on the same cheerleading team as his daughter. That's the town that I'm from. Once again, Aberdeen, Maryland, APG, Aberdeen Proving Ground. I'm from a small town. So when it's all said and done, listen, salute my guys. Like I say, it's nothing wrong with them because I'm from a area where, you know, for the most part, I would say 80% things are good, 20% life is life. But I'm from a town where a lot of people, they never left that town. And I can't blame them because 9 out of 10, your comfort zone is going to feel comfy. You feel me? Long johns, you feel me? You're going to feel like the Bishop Don Juan, you feel me? In your long johns that from the same place that you grew up at, from high school, you still there. You feel me? So when it's all said and done, you guys have to understand that when you out on your own and you a single man with no kids, listen, I think it's so important to really have a straight operation if all else fails. And we got to drop this content for you men out here that are single, no kids, and a clean criminal record. I'm telling you guys, I have yet to get there. You feel me? People that said I inspired them, they are there. But I'm telling you guys, if all else hits the fan, go to Asia. Go to Asia. If you don't have no kids and you don't have a record and you trying to create content and HR is calling themselves human resources, but they're not human and they not give you no resources, when it's all said and done, if you don't have any kids, bruh, I'm telling you, like, you cannot stress. We live in a world where people trying to compare you to their kids. They trying to compare you to Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty. They trying to compare you to people from the country club. No, when it's all said and done, you don't have kids. If you don't have kids, what are you stressing? Let me tell you guys something. I turned 40 in 2 months. You want to know how my skin is so clear? Easy. Listen, sometimes all you need is a good nap. You feel me? Sometimes if your mind trying to run circle and laps, all you need is a good nap. And I'm going to say this again. Somebody say, what if you want to do music? Be independent. You guys have to stop trying to sign your life away to somebody that doesn't have your best interest. If you want to do music, do music. Listen, you want to see music right now? Listen, let me tell you guys something. I'm about to freestyle. I'm going to give you music. They want me to crash out. Low key, they want me to lose it. When it's all said and done, I don't got a short fuse. You feel me? So I'm not going to blow fuses. When it's all said and done, day one veteran, one of the realest to do it. You feel me? The things that I do, the things that I say is so simple, it could leave you clueless. You could do music on YouTube. You guys are so overnight success. What if I want to do music? You want somebody to come and give you a contract. You want somebody to come and fly you out on a private jet and put you in a 10-year deal where they keep your royalties. When it's all said and done, what the music is all about, what you control. Music is not, listen, a lot of people got to understand. Like I said, if you look like me, we're just going to leave it at that. People are sold that music is a way to be successful. No, it's not. Look at Michael Jackson. You think Michael Jackson was low-key successful? No, he wasn't. They took that man out. They sent his doctor to take him out. You consider success? They sending your doctor to take you out? Come on, let's be serious. Music is a cover-up for organized crime. That's all it is. Now, if you want to, like, why do you think it's so easy to get gangster rappers to go into music? Because music is organized crime. You go against whatever they say, boom. They take you out like Whitney Houston. They take you out like Michael Jackson. So with that being said, it is what it is. And that's another thing too. We're not going to get off topic, but we live in a world where victims are celebrated. You feel me? Low key, they got bad record deals and people are like, oh, that's my idol. You worshiping somebody with a 360 deal? You worshiping somebody that doesn't have anything to do with the label? You're worshiping somebody that could get hit with a RICO charge? And like, come on, let's be serious. My man said, what about if I want to do music? Create whatever you're going to do on your own. Make a product. You feel me? Do karaoke nights, sell merchandise. You guys have to understand, like, it is what it is. Keep this live up so I could come back to future reference. Oh, definitely. I'm going to keep this live up. No, a lot of lives that I took them down because I wanted to really talk to people that kind of look like me and let them know that it's a lot of scams of people talking about, oh, we're brothers sticking together. So I had made a lot of videos and I told you guys to screen record those. So hopefully you did. But other than that, I just really want to talk about, if you have no kids, you have freedom. And we live in a world where they want you to be stressed out. They want you to feel like you have mental health issues. But you got to understand, if you don't have no kids, what's holding you back? And I'm going to say this again. If you don't have any kids, what's holding you back? Somebody said, why nobody independent? Because overnight success is sold. It's all about what sells. You got to think about the dudes on child support. You don't think sex wasn't sold to them? You don't think they wasn't listening to Genuine? Let's do it, ride it, my pony. And then you don't think they was doing all they cool moves? You don't think they wasn't, you feel me? It's sold to people. So a lot of people, they're not sold to be independent. They're sold, like I said, Black Youngster. That's a perfect example. What happened to Black Youngster from CMG? He came out, bang, 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 bang. doing all his dances, and we're just using him as an example when it's all said and done. Where is Black Youngster now? Black Youngster is somewhere in a forever lifelong deal that he signed his life over to because it's overnight success. So a lot of people are not going to be independent because being independent is not sold to the masses. You got to understand, everything is a corporation. Music is a corporation. Universal is a corporation. You work for an airline, that's a corporation. You feel me? You work for CVS, that's a corporation. Rite Aid, Walgreens, these are corporations. Corporations need people that low key can't think for themselves. I don't care what nobody says. Shout out to everybody that's in Thailand doing content. One thing I can say about Thailand is it's so far from the US. A lot of people want to go there from India to the UK. I'm telling you, Thailand, low key, is one of my plan Bs. And I'm gonna say this again, Thailand, low key, is one of my plan Bs. I don't have any kids. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. As a single man that works out, when you work out, sometimes you got high testosterone. Sometimes you want to feel like crushing something, smashing something. But always remember, freedom. Your freedom is everything. Your freedom is everything. So if you live in, you feel me, Pittsburgh, and you want to smash a chick from Planet Fitness in Pittsburgh, remember, that could, you feel me? Chill, be easy, relax, tranquilo, tranquilo. You guys have to understand, life is beautiful. Sup, man, my son's grown. I'm so glad he was born when I was 18. I don't think I'll have any more aha. Women be too manipulative. Let me tell you guys something about women. Unless you're a celebrity, most women are not chasing you. They're not flagging your car down. They're not chasing down your Camaro. They're not attacking you. So as far as women being manipulative, I mean, what's the difference between gang leaders telling kids to go out and do drills and being celebrated for the Compton for a Compton Day? What's the difference between, you feel me? Like, I don't understand, bro. Like I said, bro, before I finish this live, this is real. I can't, this is why I don't have friends, because when it's all said and done, men be talking about we gotta hold women accountable. What I look like, a police officer? When it's all said and done, I live in Arizona, bro. We got like millions of dimes. Millions of dimes. We got millions of dimes. Imagine me walking around trying to tell women, stop manipulating men. Holding up a bullhorn, stop manipulating men. What y'all guys want me to be? Mississippi Kirk. Stop manipulate women. Stop manipulating men. Women, stop manipulating men. Women, stop manipulating. Like, come on, bro. You gotta remember, I'm from a different generation. You feel me? No harm, no foul. You feel me? When it's all said and done, 9 out of 10, you guys wanted these women. So if you want the woman, you feel me? You wanted the manipulation. I don't have a victim mindset, and it's kind of hard because when you look at most dating coaches, they look just like me, and they always be talking about, oh, woman this, woman that. Listen, when it's all said and done, control your urges, control yourself. If you control yourself, what could a woman do to you? Every time I go live, do you see women attacking me? No. Is a woman manipulating this live? No. So when it's all said and done, salute the women. Let me tell you guys something. We going up like on 7 channels, and I don't talk about women. And the reason I don't talk about women is because I don't have a victim mindset. 9 out of 10, most victims are happy to be victimized. Just keep it simple. Why you gotta keep it real? Because maybe I might talk about videos about like thinking about the outcome before it happens, but 9 out of 10, a woman cannot manipulate a man. She cannot. You feel me? Like, it doesn't happen. You gotta remember, see, a lot, like, I'm really humble, but people gotta understand, how did I really start YouTube? And this is why I always tell people I'm in my own lane. I started YouTube, I did a documentary, 1,095 days of semen retention, monk mode. Many people will never do that, but it doesn't matter. I'm in my own lane. So with that being said, women were not trying to manipulate me. And when it's all said and done, if you don't have a victim mindset, always remember, in order to get manipulated, you have to put yourself in positions to get manipulated. Like, for instance, when I first started YouTube, que lo que, a mi gente de la República Dominicana y Puerto Rico también. When I first came to YouTube, I was almost manipulated by a dude that I was trying to help. You feel me? He was from Washington Heights. You feel me? I think he's from Washington Heights. But when it's all said and done, I like me. When it's all said and done, I had people trying to manipulate me when I was trying to help them. I was there for 5.5 years. Last person, shout to NSR Talks. Other than that, I had people trying to manipulate me. But when it's all said and done, I don't put myself to be in a position to be manipulated anymore as a YouTuber trying to help up and coming YouTubers. I don't put myself in that position. So when it's all said and done, I feel like manipulation will always continue to happen if you put yourself in that position. If you take yourself out of the position to be manipulated, manipulation cannot happen. And I don't think, listen, when it comes to a woman, most of you guys are not coming in, you feel me, 10 toes down. Most of you guys are not coming in solid. Most of you guys are coming in weak from the start. That's what society promotes. It promotes weakness. And that's why I got to make this video, because it's like, I don't want to, shout out to my guy, I don't want to hop on the bullhorn. Woman, stop manipulating men. I don't want to have crowds and rallies, bullhorn. Woman, stop manipulating men. Stop manipulating. Oh man, this new generation, I promise you, I thank God I live in the suburbs now. Yo, these new dudes, they are victims for real. They are, and it's like you can't, like, but I don't really blame people. And I thought about this the other day. I'm like, yo, victims are highly celebrated. When you look at the hood and you see Martin Luther King signs all over the hood, like, bro, a victim was celebrated, bro. It's like every street you see a victim. Like, a victim is celebrated, bro. Like, he was literally a victim. So in the Matrix, especially, I can't speak for other places, but here in America, victims are celebrated. That's why I thank God I don't want no victimhood money. I don't want no victimhood mansion. I don't want no, you feel me? I don't want no BLACK Lives Matter money. I thank God I don't want that, because I see, bro, victimhood is low-key celebrated. Whether you the heroes of the victims or whether you promote the victims, I don't want no parts of that, bro. I don't want no parts of that. Let's get it now. She was my high school sweetheart. I was young and dumb. I wouldn't even say that. I feel like everything happens for a reason. And I feel like when it's all said and done, guys without kids, we just got to learn from guys like you. Like, I never realized they was taking 70% out of people's check until I heard one dude with one kid say they were taking 70% of his check. I said, damn. So when it's all said and done, I just want to say to all you guys out there without kids, you have nothing to stress. You're free, you know, and all you got to do is get your passports and save some money in whatever country you want to take off to. Start content, start fresh. But remember, you don't have anything holding you back. Somebody said, what do I think about certain situation? I don't think about anything right now. Look at these muscles. Look at these biceps. Right now, I am at the best physical peak that I've ever been. Right now, I just care about self-improvement, and that is it. You feel me? Like, I really don't care about anything, but I turned 40 in 2 months. So the only thing that I care about right now is just really going in the zone, really going in at 40. I want to make it permanent. That's the only thing that I care about right now. When it's all said and done, I'm challenging myself with multiple channels. When I got multiple channels, listen, I want every channel to be packed with inspiration. When it's all said and done, you got to think about, what are you leaving behind on this earth? And I don't want no victim to be my legacy. These guys are victims. You feel me? It's like people asking, what about so-and-so? You mean, what about a victim? These guys are victims. You feel me? Like, when it's all said and done, listen, I think Biggie Smalls made a song, and it went like this: the weak of the strong, who got it going on, big, you're dead wrong. The weak of the strong, bro, it's like, bro, we literally, like I said, every street sign, you see MLK. What happened to MLK? Same thing that happened to Kirk. It is what it is. You feel me? Victims are like, oh, they're heroes, they're praised. Man, we don't got time for all that. When it's all said and done, you mess with the mob, you get mobbed up. And you get mobbed on. And I'm gonna say this again: you mess with the mob, you get mobbed on. I don't care about no victims. It took me 39 years. And like I said, rest in peace to Austin Metcalf. That situation with Austin Metcalf, and it's crazy nobody talking about it. And I'm gonna say this again. The crazy thing is nobody, and it's crazy how nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about it. You feel me? It's crazy, but nobody's talking about it. But that situation really opened up my eyes to like, yo, a lot of people be victims. What I mean, a lot of people victims. I never knew. Like, I thought a lot of people that look like me low key cool, but they not low key cool because they victims. And it's hard because it's like, what about our women? But some of our women are victims too. Like I said, I had a beautiful woman from Georgia. She told me I was oppressed. And I had a Cadillac. like, like I gotta laugh. Like, imagine, shout out to everybody from Norway. Imagine being oppressed in a Cadillac. I'm in a Cadillac, TVs and a headrest. Like, when it's all said and done, like, where's the oppression? Where's the oppression? I felt like, oh, my man from Norway in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Perfect timing. You feel me? Imagine that. Shout out to Norway. You feel me? Because a lot of people don't live in America. So if you were in Norway, it can be conflicted because you can see a lot of people holding up signs protesting, we want food, systematic injustice. And then you see somebody like Mr. Keep It Simple, we don't care. You feel me? If we got $3, we still lit. We don't care if the bank account is negative, we not gonna get negative. And I think that's the beauty of life. You feel me? Like, people get to see different sides, but without people like me, all you gonna see is victimhood. All you're going to see is, oh man, we're at a disadvantage. How you at a disadvantage in the suburbs? Oh man, we're at a disadvantage. You ain't at no disadvantage. You just lazy. And a lot of people don't want to keep it real, but a lot of men are low-key lazy. You're lazy. You're not putting that extra work. You're lazy. You're skipping that last rep. You're lazy. You're not doing your diamonds when nobody's watching. You're lazy. And it shows. You feel me? All these entertainers on stage, no muscles, and people waving. You feel me? It's like, come on, man, these dudes ain't got no muscles. Dudes, like, when it's all said and done, it really makes me laugh how in America they promote victimhood. And my main things, like I said, some people are victims. Like I said, my car was towed in the normal parking spot. So I know what it's like to be a victim. I know what it's like to call 1-800-555-5555. Where my car at? You feel me? I know what it's like. But other than that, you guys have to understand, man. Like, if you don't have any kids, I don't care what financial jam you are in. I don't care what storm you're going through. If you don't have any kids, bro, you're free. You're free. You're free to move to Poland. You're free to move to a country with less expenses. You're free. Always remember that. You feel me? Now, to everybody with kids, once again, triple salute. But right now, I don't got kids. People in Norway also negative, the masses, a lot of victimhood mentality all over the line. This is a disease of society in 2025. Victims trying to destroy for people trying to put food on the table. And let me tell you guys something. That's the beauty of social media. That's the beauty of the internet. I don't care. Whatever you do online, you can stay far away from these people. That's what I'm saying. Operation Get to the Hills. Like, Asia, like I said, Asia is a great startup for content creators. In South Korea, they got a law. If you hit somebody, you got to pay for their medical expenses. Asia is super safe. So when it's all said and done, I just feel like, man, you can't be a victim if you don't have, you feel me? Like, first of all, you can't be a victim. Second of all, if you don't have kids, listen, you know how easy it is to make $2,000 online a month? $4,000 online? That stuff is easy. So if that's easy, you got to stop and think. What's holding you back from relocating into another country? Once again, shout out to Poland, shout out to Sweden. And I've been traveling the world for 10 years. You know, a lot of people might be new to my channel, but don't get it twisted. Literally, I twisted my ankle. Follow the wordplay, don't get it twisted. 3 months ago, I couldn't walk. I twisted my ankle. Last trip that I actually took was, I will say, about last January. So the majority of 2025, traveling, I didn't travel much, but I've done a lot of traveling in my lifetime. And now I'm to the point where I'm excited. I'm monetized on this channel, and I'm monetized on my other channel, and that's what I was waiting for. I was just waiting for to be monetized on 2 channels. So now that I'm monetized on 2 channels, also going for my 3rd channel, I'm like, man, it's time to literally pack my bags and be free. And I'm gonna say this again. I gotta save and get my camera. Man, yes, get your camera. Go to a, listen, in Vietnam, everybody put a V in the chat. You feel me? You feel me? Please put a V in the chat for Vietnam. Vietnam, bruh, you could live in a luxury for $800 a month. If you don't got no kids, what? What? Travel content. Listen, that's what it's all about. That's why I go hard. That's the only reason I don't give up. Honestly, if I gave up on traveling, bro, I'll be eating some chicken wings, playing parlays, voting for rooting for the Giants. Giants versus the Jets. Raw, raw. Wearing another man's name on the back of my jersey. What, you know what I mean? Like traveling, bro, it keeps me alive because first of all, you want to listen. I got to make a separate video about this, but when you go to another country, you want to be the best representation coming into that country. And I thank God most people in America with a victim mindset, I'm happy that they stay in America. That's one thing that I'm happy about. All these guys from the low, deep southern states, all these guys that are walking around looking like Jim Jones in Harlem, I thank God they still in Harlem. I thank God they still in the deep south. And I'm not playing. I'm keeping it real because at least they're not going to Switzerland. At least they're not going to the Geneva Convention. At least they're not going to Dubai. Thank God, because I feel like when you travel, you want to be the best version coming into that country. Here in America, you can't just come to America unless it's by design. Not I intend in order to come to America. Listen, I got to share this story with you guys. I met a guy from Venezuela. Shout out to Venezuela. Listen, he told me it took 32 years to come to the U.S. Listen, 32 years? 32 years, imagine. And listen, imagine having faith for 32 years. One day we will make it. One day we will escape Caracas. Crossing my fingers. One day you praying to the Lord for 32 years. You getting denied for 32 years. I gave him, listen, I gave him a good tip. You feel me? He was my Lyft driver. My man said it took 32 years to come to America. You feel me? 32 years. You feel me? I don't care what nobody say. Vietnam is hiring for all content creators. If things go bad, if you get fired, call Fidelity, go into your 401k, go to Vietnam, go to Thailand. You feel me? I think sometimes you might need down 3 months down payment. Asia does not do credit. So America is tough. They do credit. So when it's all said and done, you got to figure out Africa. To me, I don't think Africa is really cheap, low key. I don't think Africa is cheap. I think Africa is just like Europe. Since the beginning of time, it's always been Africa and Europe. So I don't think Africa is low key cheap. I think Africa, it's not, social, it's not discussed, but I think Africa, they be balling. Shout out to Nigeria, they be balling. I don't think Africa is nothing to be played with. I don't think Africa is no game. I don't really think Africa is, unless you live in a village, I don't think Africa is really one for the come up. I think Africa is really one when you actually establish. But for everybody on the come up, I'm really thinking Dominican Republic or Asia or Colombia, like just a nice country where your money goes far, good quality of living. And I don't care what nobody say, even though you might not be releasing and messing with women at the time, come on, to not say seeing beautiful women is not pure motivation. Come on, stop playing. You can even live in Poland. I don't care what nobody say. Poland got some of the best looking women. Keep it G, they got some of the best looking women. Shout out to Poland. Shout out to everybody that's not folding in Poland. DR, exactly. The DR, listen, DR is top of my list. Thailand, top of my list. Like I said, 39 without kids. I'm mapping it out, trapping it out, making a couple plays behind the scene. But listen, this is the best time of my life. This is the best time of my life. And I really think it's the best time of my life because I don't have kids. I don't have any kids. So if I don't have any kids, guess what? Now, I got to be honest with you guys. I don't have my passport right now. Actually, I lost my passport. So I got to file for another one, go through the process again. So, yeah, right now I don't have my passport, but it is what it is. Yes, don't have my passport. Lost it actually in America. You know, super tired. Left it with a Lyft driver. I tried to respond. He never responded. It is what it is, but life goes on. But with that being said, I got to get my passport again. And I just feel like if you don't have kids, have a plan B. And I'm not talking about for when you have a one night stand, but I'm really meaning it. Have a plan B. Because if you have a plan B, you'll never feel trapped. If you have a plan B, you'll never feel stuck. The DR is the only way. The thing about the DR is this. If you guys control your lust, the DR is love, bro. You feel me? Like, the Dominican women look good, but at the end of the day, if you're not trying to go down there, disrespect them, play with them, when it's all said and done, like, the DR is life. The DR is life. I think the DR might be first before Thailand, but one thing I realized about Thailand is Thailand, man, is so far. You feel me? I never been. One day I got to get there, but that's the beauty of calling audibles. It might be Thailand, it might be the DR, it might be the DR, it might be Sweden, it might be Sweden. I mean, who knows? You feel me? It might be Iceland. When it's all said and done, it might be Alaska. Who knows? It might be Wisconsin. That's the beauty of life. When you don't have any kids, you have range. And that's one thing about society. Society be telling you, go out, get a table, go out, get a section, go out, start flexing, go out, start texting, go out, start sexting. And next thing you know, shorty texts you, oh, you got me pregnant. You're like, this is messing up with my YouTube content. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Somebody said, what do you think about traveling? I think traveling, it's really something to keep you on your toes. Because like I said, when you go to another country, you wanna go being the best version of yourself. Now, to all you guys, I'm not gonna try to say don't travel until you fully established. No, always have a return ticket, always have a credit card. But what I'm talking about for everybody that want to actually live in a country, man, you should come the best of the best. When you enter a country, you should be the best of the best. You should have the best mindset, respectful. When it's all said and done, a lot of Americans, and this is a problem with a lot of Americans, they go to other countries and they look down, but they don't talk down on the royals. Like I have yet to touch upon it, but what's going on in Kenya right now is it's a disgrace. But the cool thing about me is I'm born in Germany, so if I go to Africa, I'm not even telling people I'm American. It's gotten to that level. Passport bros, these guys are passport problems. They done got kicked out of Brazil. They done got kicked out of Kenya. Shout out to Kenya, for real, because when it's all said and done, you guys have to understand, they're not the best version of Americans. They was complaining in America, and now they're complaining in Kenya. They was complaining in America, now they're complaining in Brazil. They was complaining, like, come on, bro. You got to be the best of the best. When you travel and you go to another country, I feel that you should be the best version of yourself to live. Now, to travel, work on yourself, grow. But I suggest if you go and live in another country, man, you got to be the best version of yourself. You got to be making money online. You don't want to be begging in Thailand. You don't want to be begging in the Dominican Republic for a flight back home because you spend too much money on a cat inflation. No, when it's all said and done, I've seen that. No, absolutely not. Somebody said, why would you want to leave the U.S. the best country? U.S. is not the best country. You're just programmed to think that. A lot of you guys here don't touch $500,000. A lot of you guys don't live in the suburbs. A lot of you guys have a victim mindset. A lot of you guys still think Martin Luther King was your savior. When it's all said and done, it's in your mind. If you think the U.S. is the best, it's in your mind. And a lot of people feel that. That's why they go over to other countries, can't speak the language, want things for $40 a cat. You feel me? Because you guys were taught lies. I hate to break the lies to you. The U.S. is not the best country on earth. A lot of people here, they getting fired from their jobs. A lot of people here, you go down in Circle K's, certain Circle K's, people literally sleeping next to Pump 7. You feel me? How could a country be great if you're sleeping next to Pump 7? Matter of fact, Saudi Arabia pays their citizens. So you mean to tell me Why people here fighting for reparations? Saudi Arabia's already doing that. Come on, stop the cat. Somebody says it's not the best country. Man, listen, a lot of people are just prideful. Pride represents ignorance. When it's all said and done, that's why when I travel overseas, I'm not telling anybody I'm American. The days of it being American, listen, that was before passport bros start running around. Now these dudes are running around, they getting banned from Brazil, they getting banned from Kenya. Shout out to Kenya, you feel me? Like when it's all said and done, Kenya, people don't deserve that. But people are taught that we're the best, and they want to compare people who don't make a half a mil to people in local barrios. Like what type of competition is that? And I keep telling you, we live in a competitive world. Like I'm not playing 35 minutes in, go ultra. So we live in a competitive world. So what Americans like to do is they like to feel like, oh, we're doing better than the guy in the favela. But the guy in the favela, he doesn't have to celebrate Valentine's. The guy in the favela, he doesn't have to be a high value man. The guy in the favela probably living a better life low key than you. Shout out to all the Dominicans around the U.S., Boston, and the D.R. You feel me? 9 out of 10, the American guy think he's oh so great, but then while he's paying for an apartment for his Dominican woman, the Dominican boyfriend is literally there pretending to be the cousin because we're oh so great. Listen, when you think you better than people, when you think you come from the best country, when it's all said and done, people can smell, they can smell that, they can feel that, and that's why people run into problems overseas. Yes, many are prideful. They don't want to get it. They don't want to go out and get it in life. Sad, but we need to remain positive and aim for the win. Ultra mode. What do other people do or drink is not my problem. And listen, I'm telling you, like, you're in Norway. American men will literally feel that, oh, we had it better than somebody in Brazil. No, no, you don't. First of all, the Brazilian man speaks Portuguese. Snap. In the words of Macho Man Randy Savage, snap into a Slim Jim. Like, how you got it better than a dude to speak the language? Like, Americans are so prideful, I promise you. When I travel the world, I'm going to tell people, listen, I'm from St. Croix. My dad from St. Kitts and Nevis, born in Germany. We want no parts with America. We're done, I'm telling you, because these guys like to compare themselves to people in hyper poverty. What part of the game is that? They don't want to compare themselves to the royals of Kenya. They don't want to compare themselves to the government officials of Kenya. They want to compare themselves to local guys that's putting up $5 for one beer. That's who you want to compare yourself to? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. They go to the Dominican Republic. They not comparing themselves to De La Cruz. They're not comparing themselves, you feel me, to, you know, they're not comparing themselves to, what's a guy name? I don't really know any baseball players, but they're not comparing themselves, you feel me, to people that signed to the Mets for $300 million. They trying to go down to the DR and compare themselves to a guy on a motor concho. Like, that's your that's how you want to live your life. Go ahead, so be it. But I'm telling you, competition is for the weak, because when you really think about competition, you got royals and nationals everywhere you go. But do people compare themselves to the royals of Brazil? No, they're gonna compare themselves to the guy at the beach asking for 50 cents. Like, come on, that's who you competing with. Like, stop it, stop the cat. It is better to know people before traveling to countries, or just go solo. Go solo, man. Go solo. Learn, like I said, if you learn anything, I feel like when it comes to language, this is key. Survival. Like, I want. How do you say I want in Norwegian? How do you say I want in Spanish? How do you say I want in Swahili? Once you learn how to say I want, I need, you feel me? I would like, I was, I will. You know, once you get to start to speak survival skills, like I said, as far as full-blown conversation in another language about politics, you feel me? Affirmative action in Chinese. Now, okay, that's what's up. You're really good at that language if you could talk about real issues. But as far as common wants and needs, learn the common wants, learn the common needs, learn to express yourself, learn expressions, and travel solo, bruh. If you trust in God, ain't nobody gonna touch you, bro. Ain't nobody gonna do anything to you. It's all about your motive. You feel me? Like if you go to a country with the right motive, you good, bro. You good, bro. Travel by yourself, bro. When it's all said and done, bro, you don't need another man. When it's all said and done, that another man might make you a target because it was like, oh, it's two of them. Man, travel solo, trust in God, 10 toes down. You a man. Carry yourself like a man. And I'm gonna say this again: carry yourself like a man everywhere you go. The weakest thing I always, man, we got 20 more minutes left on this video. But the weakest thing to me is when people talk about, oh, there's, you know, RAC, you feel me, ism in a country. But I care less about that. When it's all said and done, I can care less about that. You feel me? Because I don't care about validation. You feel me? Like I don't walk the streets of Bulgaria. You feel me? I don't listen. When it's shout to Bulgaria, we don't like. You feel me? When it's all said and done, I go back to Bulgaria. I'm a man. When you walk, you gotta walk like a man. Like walk like a man, talk like a man, move like a man. But in America, they want us to move like we at a disadvantage. So 9 out of 10, that's how most people acting when they go out overseas. They still got that victim mindset. They still feel like, oh, we at a disadvantage, and they still looking for people at a disadvantage. That's why they like to go and showcase hyper poverty. I'm still waiting for a lot of people who travel to start showing the wealthy side of the Dominican Republic. Show us the wealthy side of the DR. Show us the wealthy side of Kenya. Show us the wealthy side of Nigeria. But no, all they want to do is highlight super hyper poverty and be like, oh, look, they need these $5. I gave them $5. Subscribe to my channel. I just gave him $5. Subscribe. I'm like, come on, bro. Stop it, bro. Every country has their, people that have a lot of resources. And every country has people that, they gotta, pray just to make it today. Every country has that. It's all about the comeback. Never give up. We got to eat every day. Hard times. Let me tell you guys something. Listen, Eric, if I could wake up, and notice I say, because I still got a couple more plays to make in the U.S., but I'm so close. Like I feel like, and I'm going to say this slow, I feel like the end of the road is in walking distance. But when I wake up every day in the Dominican Republic and I go to the gym, I relax, I eat some good food, bruh, I won the game of life. I won the game of life. I won the game of life. Until I get to the DR, I will not quit. I will not quit. I will never surrender. Because when it's all said and done, I know if it's not one of many, of course that's good. Listen, when it's all said and done, I don't want to tell my plans because I feel like it's not a good thing to tell your plans, but I at least want 8 houses or 8 condos. And the DR would definitely be one of them. We're not going to fold like a cookie. We're not. Shout out to all my people in Poland who not folded. It's only right, it rhymes, you feel me? Shout out to Poland. But I feel like a lot of men, if they just keep going until they have their way, I feel like victimhood would not be a thing. But like Eric said, this victimhood is for the masses. People want to complain. And I just feel like the crazy thing before I finish this live is people that complain with food. And I'm going to say this again. People that complain with food is crazy work. That's wow. You're complaining with 2 to 3 days worth of food. That's crazy work. Now, before I finish this live, the original topic, men who complain without kids, that's crazy work. Why are you complaining without kids? Like you don't have kids. Nobody is saying, Daddy, where's Daddy, where's the pasta? Daddy, where's the spaghetti? Like you don't have a daughter saying, Daddy, where's the crayons? Daddy, where's the gushers? Like Daddy, like you don't have that. You don't have kids. If you don't have kids, handle your biz and stop crying. Somebody said, what do you think about passport bros going to Kenya? Listen, it's all the same. They got a mindset. They feel they better than people. It's a superior complex, but yet they want to talk about W supremacy. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody beat. They feel they superior. But my question is superior to who? I'm going to be honest. Shout out to everybody around the world that survive daily. We got 15 more minutes, so I got to bring it home. Basis loaded, bottom of the night. Shout out to everybody that survived. Because like I said, when I went to Eastern Europe, when I went to Bulgaria, I seen what the day-to-day struggle look like. You feel me? The day-to-day struggle. One of my best memories of my life, I never really shared it, but it was a Bulgarian lady. She was sleeping, she was on the streets, and I tapped her, nodded her, I gave her the rest of my money, and she looked at me and said, wow. She gave me a kiss on my hand, you feel me? But I was leaving to the airport. I ain't need it anyway, so I just gave her the rest of my money. But I seen what the day-to-day struggle looked like. But my main thing is this. As a man, how can you really feel good about yourself comparing yourself to somebody that's not a royal? I feel like, see, competition is for the weak, because if you really want to be competitive, we have to compare ourselves to Elon Musk. Most people don't want to do it, but Elon Musk is all down in Austin. He's all down in Texas. He came from South Africa. Now he in your backyard. So if you don't want to compete with Elon Musk, but you want to compete with a guy from Kenya, that shows you're weak. Because real competition will say, let's start with the Royals first. Mr. Keep It Simple, I never thought about that. Listen, what passport bros do, they don't go to Puerto Rico for one reason. Puerto Rico's too expensive. Let's just put that out there. They evade all high price areas. It's not funny, but they run away. You don't see them in Vancouver. You don't. They love, and so many people do it, bruh. So many people love comparing themselves to people of hyper poverty, but not realizing in America, you guys are in hyper poverty. Elon Musk is in your backyard. And that's one thing I really don't like about American, you feel me, the mindset of America. Like, they'll want you to compare yourself to another brother down the street at the bodega. But what about Elon Musk? Elon Musk is down the street. He's in Austin. So they're gonna want to see two guys at the bodega. I got more Jordans than you. I got more Scottie Pippens than you. I got more Penny Hardways than you. But y'all guys are forgetting Elon Musk is down the street now. He's down the street. He started off in South Africa, but now he's down the street. He's in Austin. He got Tesla plans. He's in your backyard. But nobody will want to compare themselves to, you feel me, people like that. So what they do is they look for people in barrios, you feel me, with one Jordan, you feel me, one Draymond Green shoe, and this is what they want to this is what they want to do. They want to be like, oh, I'm in Kenya, you feel me, and they giving opinions of Kenya, but they not linking up with the Royals. They not, you feel me? You don't see them at the invites with the government officials of a country. No, they going looking for people in hyper poverty with one Jordan, one Draymond Green shoe on. That's what they doing. So they coming in, they messing women. Oh, I know I'm doing better than your man because he got Draymond Green shoes on. Like, come on, stop it, bro. Yo, I'm not trying to be funny, but that's what they be doing, bro. Like I said, shout out to the DR, bro. DR got a lot of rich people, bro. They got a lot of rich people in the DR. But if you see these guys, what they do is they go to the DR and they go highlight somebody from some barrio. And I'm like, they got to stop doing that, bro. You got to stop doing that, because what they doing is they selling false hope. People running to Brazil talking about, oh man, listen, I'm here now because, I'm a Brazilian. The average salary a Brazilian make is only $300 a month. So I'm here now. But yeah, you comparing yourself to somebody with Draymond Green shoes on. Like, I'm not doing that. I refuse to do that. Like, what type of reality would that be for me? Like, come on, man. Like, when it's all said and done, if somebody got the Draymond Greens on, I'm going to tell them keep balling. You feel me? Back against the wall, ball right or left. You feel me? But I'm not going to compare myself and be like, listen, baby girl, I know you don't got much to choose from. Baby girl, you feel me? I know you're getting tired of these Draymond Green shoes. I'm not doing that. That's what they do. I'm not doing that. Mr. Keep It Simple, you want to leave? Somebody said, Mr. Keep It Simple, you want to leave America when you haven't explored the States? I done took 100 flights. Get off my channel. Get off my channel. I mean, when it's all said and done, it is what it is. You got to go. You got to go. America is all about earning. I earn in Arizona. I'm living in Arizona. When it's all said and done, listen, I done had my fun. I done had my pleasure. Now it's time to lock in on where we kicking our feet up. And when it's all said and done, America is cool. Don't get it twisted. I will always have a place here in America. I will always, but if I come to my place, it'll be me vacationing with my family and we're going back to wherever she's from. But don't get it twisted. I will always have a place in America. You feel me? But when it's all said and done, is America the best? No. You know, like I wish people start coming to America. I wish they start highlighting the real America. I wish they stop showing you Beverly Hills and start showing you South Central. I wish when you come to Phoenix, they also take you to the South Side instead of showing you Scottsdale. See, in America, what we do is we got a great way of hiding hyper poverty in America. Man, there's a lot of places in America, man. Shout out to Latrobe Projects. That's one thing I can say in Baltimore City. I went all around the city, but we ain't never go to Latrobe. They used to hang out. They used to have clothes on it. Shout out to Latrobe. They used to be hanging jeans on a coastline. So when it's all said and done, it's crazy how we like to, you know. But like I said, before we finish this live, we got 10 more minutes left. All my guys out there without kids, you know, respect others. And when it comes to content, I feel like, listen, if you ever get fired from a job, go to a country where your dollar goes far, but understand your dollar going far is for you. It's not for the dude, the local dude that you try to take his chick. No, when it's all said and done, it's for you. If it works in your favor, it works in your favor. You feel me? We don't compare ourselves to anybody. We don't compare ourselves to any locals. We don't do that, bro. Like when it's all said and done, like the locals do what the locals do. And 9 out of 10 is travelers, we just passing through. So if we just passing through, we don't need to get caught up in what the, and it's crazy because that's what they sell to you to make you feel better about yourself. But they so quick to tell you about what the locals make a month, but they don't tell you about what the politicians make a month. They don't tell you about what store owners make a month, but they quick to tell you about what the locals who make less than. Come on, man, we not playing that game. You already know what it's up. It's up, bro. We all cheering the guy. You feel me? Know the vibe. And I'm gonna say this again. Know the vibe. 9 more minutes left in the building, man. You feel me? When it's all said and done, a lot of people got to understand. If you don't got kids, you can't stress. And I'm gonna say this again. If you don't got any kids, you can't stress. You can't stress anything because you don't got nobody looking at you. You don't got nobody dependent on you. The only person that you need to look at if you don't have kids, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. And if you like what you see in the mirror, listen, every day is a new day to get better. You feel me? Cannot. Constant and never ending improvement. That's what it's all about. Improving daily. Getting better daily, you feel me? Recording daily, you feel me? I feel like this, if you really improving, like one thing I can say is before I shoot a live, I probably do over like 80 push-ups without capping. Stop the cap. No new error. I probably do about 80 push-ups. Probably do about 4 sets of dips, you know? I work out, so I feel good about hitting the record button because I'm constantly improving. I feel like as a single man, that's all you got to really focus on is, you know, understanding the Lord has your back. If you're in any situation, tell yourself, I've been here before, and improving daily. That's what it's all about, you know, because when you're improving, you know what I mean? You ain't going to compare yourself to somebody, you know, on a motor contract. You're not going to compare yourself to somebody, you know what I mean, living in the alley. When it's all said and done, you want that man to improve just how you improve. And when it's all said and done as men, I feel like improvement is the key. You gotta improve. Like crying in a jungle, I don't think it's beneficial. Complaining in a jungle, I don't think it's beneficial. Protesting in a jungle, I don't think it's beneficial. I mean, victimhood in a jungle, I don't think it's beneficial. I think what happened is strength is really everything, you know. And strength, it takes time to build. You know, it takes time to build. Can you go from being weak to strong? Yes. Yes. That's the beauty of change. Once you change your life, you could go from weak to strong. You feel me? Like one of my favorite verses, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. You feel me? When it's all said and done, if I'm weak, Christ can strengthen me in this department. So when it's all said and done, do I believe in change? Yes. Now, one thing I do believe is most people, they don't believe in change. You feel me? But thank you guys for everybody tuning into the live. Like I said, if you don't have kids, keep it that way. Keep your freedom, you know, and always remember that you're not trapped. You know, I feel like depression comes from the feeling of being trapped. You feel like, man, I can't leave, I can't, you feel me? So you start to feel depressed. When it's all said and done, if you don't have any kids, try your best to keep it that way. Everything happens for a reason, but when it's all said and done, listen, I feel like you gotta understand freedom is everything. And if you got a clean record, listen, you're free to live in Canada. You're free to live in China. You're free. You're free to live wherever you want to go. You're free. You're free. Nobody is holding you back. Remember that. And I'm gonna say this again. Nobody is holding you back. And with that being said, like, it puts a smile on my face. Like, to wake up and live in Beijing, China one day, oh my goodness, that's what we go hard for. That's what we go hard for. I haven't had kids yet because of the terrible situation my homies and their families been in. Stressful BMs. Man, listen, that's why you want to keep your freedom. Because if you have kids, I mean, you can't, like, depending on that child support situation, they can take your passport, you know? But you got to understand, look at the victimhood music. Go to the bar, get a section, start flexing, start sexing, you feel me? Like, the music, they going to push you into that bondage. You feel me? That's why I be telling people, bro, celebrities are nothing more than just, you know, high-priced puppets in bondage. I don't want to have, I do want to have kids though, but at the right time. That's what it's all about, bro. And I feel like on this journey, until you fully understand wisdom, until you fully hit that financial volcano, listen, salute the woman, but that's it. Salute the woman. But as men, like, we got 4 more minutes. I might do another live about that another day. But as men, we got to be providers, bro. I don't care what nobody said. If you date a woman, you better provide. Ain't no 50-50. And I'm going to say this again. You better provide. Ain't no 50-50. Ain't no 50-50. Ain't no 50-50 for the kids. Ain't no 50-50 for your daughter. Ain't no 50-50. And even if you have another, you know, and even if you get another woman pregnant, you still take care of the mother of your first child. Every step of the way, you are a man. Everything that's associated with you, listen, everybody should be living in your abundance that's associated with you. Everybody. Everybody. You feel me? Everybody that's associated with you, they should be abundant because you abundant. That's how it is. If you can't provide, when it's all said and done, you know, you could dance with a woman, tango with a woman, put shots out with a woman, you feel me? Eat lobster with a woman. When it's all said and done, go shopping with a woman. But you gotta know that if you ain't ready to provide, other kings gotta win. 2 more minutes left. Other kings gotta win. If I see a man right now with a super beautiful woman that look like a supermodel, guess what? It's his season. Salute that king right there in his season. I'm not gonna be in my car talking about, oh man, with the Draymond Greens on. Like, nah, cuz. Salute that man. He in his moment, he living, he found something, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? What do you think about celebrity worship? It's overnight success. It's like the lottery. You know, so most people want to hit the lottery. So that's why most people will want to be celebrities. I'm going to say this again before I finish this live. I'll probably spend 3 more minutes on that topic. Overnight success. All celebrities, they represent overnight success. You name them. Overnight success. Did they put in work before? Listen, I'm not going to say they didn't put in work to get acknowledged, but once you sign that 360 deal, and they fly you out to sign your name on that dotted line, as soon as you sign your name on that dotted line, it comes with advance money. So when it's all said and done, overnight success. And people want that. There's a lot of people right now in the studio. I saw a dude on TikTok. He was talking about Somebody please help me manage myself. I'm like, imagine a man to ask somebody to help manage him, But like I said, victims, and the thing about celebrities is you don't realize a celebrity is a victim until the end of their careers. And I'm gonna say this again. The thing about celebrities is when they first come out, they have to sell you on an image because that's loan money. It doesn't matter. Whoever invested in them, they got to pay them back. You feel me? So 9 out of 10, celebrities are victims. So I think that's why most people feel celebrities, because they're victims too. Celebrities are victims. Show me a celebrity that's not a victim. I'll wait. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this again. Show me a celebrity that's not a victim. I'll wait. They're all victims. You name them. They gotta push agendas. You name them. So with that being said, celebrity worship, it's like, I think most people see the celebrity in the beginning, but look at the celebrity at the end of the contract. They falling off a stage. Like, I mean, well, Mike Tyson, one of the greatest boxers, when he signed a contract to lose to Jake Paul. Now Gervonta Davis attacked a woman. Now he's gonna have to lose to Jake Paul when it's all said and done. Oh. Hey, listen, when it's all said and done, I don't care about celebrities. I live in Arizona. And that's one thing you guys have to understand. If you talking Arizona, we talking. If you ain't talking Arizona, I could care less about. Now, all the celebrities visit Arizona. So the question is, what are you guys going to pull up? And I'm going to say this again. All celebrities visit Arizona. Question is, what you guys are going to pull up. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. 10 toes down. You feel me? Remain independent. And that's what it's all about. When the timing is right, the timing is right. And when you hit the volcano, when the volcano erupts, that's the only thing that matters. Other than that, shout out to everybody checking in. FLS, frontline soldiers. I feel like, man, I want to go to the gym, but, man, I don't know. We had to go live tonight. We had to put in an hour, but I went to the gym 2 times already today. But who knows? I might just go for a couple dips. And I'm going to say this again. Who knows? I might just go for a couple dips. I got 2 gyms, literally 5 miles apart. So when it's all said and done, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to keep going strong. Remember, the day you stop is how you lose motion. And I'm going to say this again. When it comes to motion comes from you not stopping. The day you stop, that's how you lose your motion. Let it breathe.